Welcome back friends. So in this video we'll see an important library of Python which is pandas, and pandas are very useful in some basic calculations as well as mostly in data science. And इससे पहले आपने अगर मेरी previous videos नहीं देखी which is of NumPy and some basic operation to advanced operations in NumPy, so go and check it out. The link is in description. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. So let's start. First of all, pandas होता क्या है? Pandas is a Python library used for working in datasets. It functions for analyzing, cleaning, exploring and manipulating data. It's simply mean that it's perform all type of functions from analyzing, cleaning, exploring and manipulating data. So मैंने एक बेसिक स्टेप टू स्टेप बेसिक टू एडवांस एक पाइथन नोटबुक बनाई है जिसमें आप देख सकते हैं ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ फंक्शनलिटीज़ वेयर पाइथन आर मोस्टली यूज. सो बेसिकली एक बाय एक करके देखते हैं. एंड लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस अबाउट द डेटा सेट. आई हैव टेकन द डेटा सेट ऑफ IPL स्क्वाड ऑक्शन एंड ये आपको बेसिकली मिल जाएगा डेटा सेट फ्रॉम कैगल. मैंने भी वहीं से ही डाउनलोड किया है. तो आपको मैं ये डेटा सेट प्लस ये नोटबुक मैं आपको डाउनलोड फॉर्म में दे दूंगा इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. सो गो एंड चेक इट आउट. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अगर आपके पांडाज में कोई एरर आता है कि दैट मॉड्यूल नॉट फाउंड, सो दैट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल you have to just pip install pandas. But basically if you have a Python, it is by default installed in the Python, so you don't need to worry by pip install. And the first and basic, we have to import the pandas as PD. It is alias PD. You can use PD or you can use anything. It is just form of alias. Second, you have to import pandas only. You don't need to alias. So I'm just using this and I'm just commenting this. And this is the syntax of how to read CSV file. Okay, to read CSV file we just use pd.readcsv and the CSV name. And if the CSV file is not at the folder of your notebook, you have to just give the path of the directory and you just paste here and the whole CSV file will be uploaded. ये हमारी upload हो चुकी है. And for that to see we just use the data and आप देख सकते हैं the whole data set has been uploaded in our notebook. Or some basic functions that head and tail. What is head and tail? Most of you have known, but from the basic learners, from the beginners who are beginners in data science, they have to know for data analyzing and data visualization. So head is the function or method which gives the top 5 by default top 5, and if you give any numbers like 10, it will give top 10 rows of the data set. And similarly tail is just opposite from head. Head gives the top 10 and tail gives the bottom 10 or bottom 5 by default, right? So data dot tail, and if we see it will give the bottom 5 rows of the data set. So it helps to visualize the types, the columns, the record, the form of record is there. So it is very visually appearing because the whole data set cannot be appear in this small screen. So it is very important to visualize head or tail. And what info does? Info is just help to give the information all over the information of the data set, right? If you can see the column name, players, base price, type, and not null type means no null content is here. It is integer type, object type, float type, all the information given by columns info. Now what happens to columns? Data dot columns, it will just give the list of columns. It is very beneficial to just look out the list or just iterate the column name from the data set. Let's go to the next, which is 2D array data frame. If you have to visualize the data frame in the form of key and value pair, it is very beneficial. So we have to just write, because data frame is also available in key and value pair. Sorry, pardon, it's keys, not key. So you can see here unnamed 0, player list, base type, all the things are here. The next is distinct number of districts. Okay, how to find the unique values, or you can say how to find the unique numbers in the whole data set and the whole columns. So it is very simple. Data dot n unique and unique values. So it will give the all the unique number of values in the data set in the each column. Okay, you can see player list have 565 unique values, base price have 10 unique values, type has 4 unique values, because type you can see here type bowler, batsman, wicket keeper. So there are 4 types and 4 unique values, and it will all repeated again and again, right? You have to check the dimension, and what dimension the data frame is what dimension is data set is. So how you can do that? Dot and dem. This is the syntax, and we just enter it. 2-dimension data set is present, so it will give the dimension of the. And what about size? How to get size? So data dot size, it will give the size of the data set. The what size of the data set is 4544. Okay, now if you have to check the duplicate value, it is all done by Python, right? It is all the backend of Python, and the main library is used is pandas. If you want to check the duplicate values, if in the data set some duplicate value occurs, it will say true, or it will return the boolean value if it is false or true. So to do that, we use data dot duplicated, and it is the type of method, so it will come in parentheses and it will return false, which no values is duplicated in 565 data. Okay, the length is 568, it starts from 0 to 567, and it returns no. And if you want total number of duplicate values are present in whole data set, so we will do just simple thing, you can add the sum, so it will tell the 0 duplicate value present in it. Okay, so it is very beneficial to see, and for data cleaning and data processing, this step is very useful. Okay, and how to handle this duplicate value, null value, we will see in next few steps. Now we will see how to handle or how to check that the values have null value or not. Okay, so data dot info, so as you can see, it has a no null value, but it is written not null, means it doesn't mean that it do not have null values. Okay, to check whether the data is containing the null value, we use data dot is null. So what will it return? It return the boolean values, right? So we will see the whole data set, it check the whole data set, and where the null value is present, it return true, and otherwise it return false. So to check the total number of null values in the whole data set, we just use the, you can say there is a function dot data dot is null, and I have told you the sum, right? The sum, and you will see there are 325 null values in cost. Here is 325 and 338, where otherwise all the zeros. So how to handle the null values? It is a part of pre-processing data, and to show that there are some basic steps. You can fill the null values by any number. You can use mode, mean, or if there is object type, you can use you can delete the null value rows, or you can do anything. Okay, so basically I tell you two methods to fill null values and to drop null values. So fill null value is simple, as it is written that fill na means null value, right? To fill all the null value with 0, it is very efficient, so I'll write here 0. So before filling null values, you just have to copy the original data set to any variable, then use that variable to fill any na, because we don't have to change the null value or originality of the data set, so we copy the whole data set to another variable. So before filling this, I'm just using df is equals to data dot copy, and you can see the df will be our original data set. Now we can use this df to analyze or to fill any null values which is present here to anything, right? So let me show you. Let df dot fill na to 0, right? So all the null value will be filled with a 0. So let me show you. So before that there was a nan, and you can see all the null values will be 0. Next important things comes in the pandas list, and which is very important in the aspects of data science, which is series. So series is type of data set, or you can say type of data frame, which takes the parameter in the form of data value. Okay, and it's have a particular 2 or 3 parameters like index or the data or the value, which helps to make the series more comfortable to use and to analyze the complex data set into minute form. To make the series, to generate the series, we just use the name of the variable pd dot series, and we just put the values over 5. You will see 1 2 3 4 5 is here. Okay, and the by default index will start from 0. I'll do another thing. It is little bit confusing because pd dot series, it is a syntax, and I'll do like anything abc and 54 hello 6.24, any number, and I just print here and see what happens. So you can see it is not a constraint to any fixed data type. It will be constrained, or it will be came into any data type number, like ABC is a string, float, object type, and always it will return in object type, because series is a data set, data frame, so it will be always written in object form. And you can also use parameters like data value, which were given like here. And for index, let's see what we have to give the, if you want to give the index by your own. So we'll just go here and just put like new object. Okay, so we go hg is equals to pd dot series, and we just give a data set which like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and we want to give an index. So we give index here, and we give index in the form of list like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is a one kind of parameter which can give. So hg, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is an index, and the series data will be 20, 20, 40, 50, 60, 100, that the number we have given. So it is one kind of parameters. Another type of parameters we can assign data type. We use this only, and just load d type is equals to float, and we just again hg, oh sorry, hg is here, otherwise it will give error. So you can see the first it will come in integer or data type, now it will come in a float data type. But to check the type of the series data frame, it will always a data frame which is special, and it will give the type. Let me check hg, sorry, hg. So it always give a pandas.code or series.series. Okay, so let's take an example. We have a list of numbers. Okay, we have list of numbers, that is 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, any type of numbers, right? And we have to convert this list. Okay, list is by default list 1. Okay, we have to convert this list into series. Now what will we do? We use a variable, similarly pd dot series, and we convert this list. We just take a input list 1. Okay, so let's see if it executes or not. So let's see the type of var. Type of var is series, and what is the type of list? It will come as a list. Okay, now let's print var. You can see the whole list is converted into the series form. Let's suppose it is a exam marks of all the number of all the students name. Okay, so let's suppose there are a b c d, all the students, it is marks in a sorted manner. So what we have to change is, we have to just change here. Now copy, now marks is equals to, and we just put the index. Okay, we give in list like a b c d and e. Let's perform if it happens or not, or and if we just execute it. See, you can see the index have no particular constant, that it comes only the integer form. It can become in a b c or in any custom format if we assign it. Okay, so it is very beneficial to analyze the data in the series or in the key value format, in the object format, in the series format. We have seen that lists are converted into series. Now what happens if we have a object type? The object type can be, let me show you. Okay, let's take a g object ob. Let's suppose I have a one Python, second preference is, you can say, Java, and third preference, okay, I just put a number here, there is no need of any quotes, and third preference is, I just add here, which is Golang. So I have a then object. Okay, so I have to just convert into series format. So what same procedure is happened. So oj, any variable name I have taken, and I just use pd dot series, and I use ob, and just printing OJ. Okay, just execute this only and we'll see next thing. So you can see this is completely executed. So first of all, I just show you the object. So you can see, okay, by Python, okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, so we got the object. Now we have converted into series. Now see what series came. You can see it is converted into series, and we can show you the type of OJ. Type dot OJ object. So it is giving a series object. So it converted into series. So and you can see the data type is object, right? So you can convert list, tuple, and you can convert objects to series. Now we have to do that. I want the persons or the marks of those students who got less than 50. Okay, so how we can do that? By using series, we can just use marks, and marks less than equals to 50. Now see the output. You can easily analyze that all the students that are less than 50 will came here. So it is very beneficial, and you can access the single value that I want the marks of A. You can see 12. So this is all about the series. You can use analyze, you can use to initiate the series, the whole list. You can convert list object type in the series. And in the next segment, let's see about the data frames. So data frames are very beneficial to analyze the unstructured data form into structured data form. It converts it into the basic, all the different types of data types to a basic to a understandable and in the structured format. So let's suppose we have this example where it contains name, ID, score, gender, all the things. The DB, we use the name of the variable. We use PD as a pandas, and it is used data frame. And what type of data frame we have to just convert it into data, which is data 1 or whatsoever data we have. We just execute it, and we just use DB. And you can see the whole data structure is created with the column name, index, and all the entries are fulfilled here. So it is more visual, more applicable, and more helps to visualize more perfectly. Now to see columns in data frame, it's just simple as that columns. We have initially used that. Okay, so db.columns columns. Sorry, index is not collectible. So you just columns, you can see the list of columns. So if you don't want that the score comes after ID, or if you want ID comes first in first position and then name, then gender, and then at last score, you can do that also. Just it's simple like pd dot data frame data 1 and columns. Okay, and you just give that all the things like first of all it comes ID, then it comes like name, then it came like score or gender, and at last the score come. Let's see how it works. Okay, I just okay, D is capital. So you can see column names are more specific to the data frame. It will give null values. You can see all the IDs are, all the columns are rearranged. One more thing I want to show you in a data frame which can be used to analyze, or you can say to find the multiple types of values, or you can say all the measurements and all the conclusion accuracy parts. So db.describe describe, and it will give the whole package of all the counts, mean, standard deviation, minimum 25% quantile, 50% quantile, 75% maximum, minimum, all the things are given here. So that is all for this video. Next video will solve some problems which are based on the pure pandas library, and we'll perform some operations which have learned in series, in data frames, and all the mathematical concepts we use here. So stay tuned. We'll see you in next video. Until bye bye.